Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for joining me. This video is on a custom 1969 Cadillac I recently got done building. I'm going to show some of the build progress and how I did some of the custom work, and you'll see how it all turned out when it was finished at the end. So stay tuned. Where I'm picking up in this video, I've already got the body painted, and if you haven't yet seen that video, here's the link to it. But I'm continuing on and getting going on the interior. To start off, here's the original seat, and I'm using this. I'm just going to cover right over it. Here's the very first piece done, and I'm going to show you how I make this. I'm just using my metal ruler here, and here's a piece of foam, and I'm using some clay tools. I find they work pretty good. I'm just going to press this line using the straight edge in here, run over it 2 or 3 times to make sure it's pressed in there really good. Then I'll flip it over and do the other side. Now the edge seams are done. If you want to get really carried away with detail, you can take your saw blade and just press right down in those same seams, and then you'll have all your little stitch marks. Although you're probably the only one that's going to know that they are there. Now, to give it that pulled, stretched, and folded look, I'm just going to start doing some chicken scratching all the way down this piece. All different angles and zigzags and some serious chicken scratch. And it looks great once we get it all put in the interior. Now when you're doing this, just try and get it as close as you possibly can to an absolute drunk walking home in a straight line. Then I'm going to come back over it with another one of my clay tools here with a little bit sharper of an edge, and I'm going to push just along the seam to give it even a little bit more depth. You can pick up the sets of these clay tools at both Hobby Lobby and Harbor Freight, but I actually prefer the ones from Hobby Lobby better for this application, as the ones from Harbor Freight are a little bit sharper, so they cut the foam sometimes if you don't dull them out. Well, as you can see, it's really starting to take shape. I'm going to go back over it and add the stitchings for the perfectionists. But other than that, I'm calling this first piece of interior done. After that, I finished the rest of the front seat, and I moved on to the interior tub. I did the back seat just like I had done the front seat, all the outside trim first, and then I came back and did the actual seat and the backrest. I got my backrest fitted the way I wanted it, and then I started doing my pattern. To get the pleated button look, I first do a grid like squares. Then I took a small piece of brass tubing and I took a file and sharpened the whole edge to make it a sharp punch. Then I'm giving it the old 1-2. Push, then twist. Push, 1-1-2, then twist. Then push, 1-1-2, then twist. I'm just playing with you. This ain't no 90s workout video. Just push them out. As you can see, I'm just doing it at every intersecting line. After I got the whole piece punched, I grabbed my green foam and started punching out the buttons. I did that for all 9 spots. And then I use just a little bit of glue to hold them all in until I glue the whole piece in. Then I wanted to make it look like the fabric is being pulled in by the buttons. So in every corner around the buttons, I did a line or two, just pressed it in, and it gives it that pulled look. Then I just went around the whole edge and also added a couple lines to look like it's being pulled in between the fabrics. Next, I did the same thing to the rear package tray. And the exact same process for the door panels. I also got my dash done, just covered the original dash. And by the time I got it all done, this is what I had. But I'm not done yet. Time to get going on the headliner. The headliner I'm going to be doing in a diamond pattern. And I'm not going to be using the separate colored buttons on this, so I'll show you how I do the button look when it's all the same color. I just made a line to start off with at the angle about what I want, and now I'm doing a mark every 1/4 of an inch to keep everything relatively straight. Now I'm just finishing the line for every mark. And now I'm doing the exact same thing, going the exact opposite way. Now, to do my buttons when they're the same color, I just press in an indent. So I have this round tool that came with all my other clay working tools. And with this, I just push down and twist, and it gives you a real nice button look. I did the same thing for the back sail panels and glued it all in. Now I'm getting going on my tail lights. I cleaned them real good, and then I did all my bare metal foil work on the edges, and then I'm getting out the Match Patch. It doesn't take much at all, you just need a little bit on the brush. I ordered these awesome wheels off of HobbyLink. They're the Mini T's by Pegasus. I got my bumpers out to detail them. I glued my glass and interior in. And I screwed it all together. And here she is completed. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't seen the paint video on this car and you'd be interested in it, I'm going to leave a link at the end of this video. And I have some really cool projects I've been working on that are coming up soon. So stay tuned. Until next time.